So our next example is saying the height of a ball thrown by a child is modeled by the equation y equals negative 2x squared plus 8. Looking at the equation, can you tell me if it's linear? No. What is it then? Quadratic because it's degree 2. So you see on the x, I degree 2, right? When I have a degree 2 on the x, I know that this equation is a quadratic equation. Okay? So, now I'm going to do a table of value to see what happens during in a table of values. So same thing, I have the x values. I'm going to plug in the x value in for x. Okay? So if I look at the first one, negative 2 times 0 squared plus 8. BEDMAS tells me what do I have to do first? Exponent, right? So I have to do 0 squared first. What's 0 squared? 0 times negative 2 plus 8. 8. Now, I have to replace x with 1. Okay? BEDMAS says I have to do the square first, the exponent. 1 squared is 1 times negative 2 is negative 2. Add 8, 6. Are we okay with this? Okay, now I'm replacing x with 2. What do I do first? So 2 squared is 4 times negative 2. Negative 8, add 8, 0. Negative 2 times 3 squared plus 8. 3 squared is 9 times negative 2. That is negative 18. Add 8, that's negative 10. And then negative 2 times 4 squared plus 8. 4 squared, that's 16. Times negative 2, that's negative 32. Add 8 is negative 24. Okay? So now I found the y values. In order for me to know if the first difference is constant or the second difference is constant, I'm going to have to do my first difference test. Okay? Same thing, first difference. That means you're going to have to take the y2 minus y1, right? So for the first difference, it's y2 minus y1. So it's going to be 6 take away 8. 6 take away 8 is negative 2. How about for the second one? What do I have to do? 0 take away what? 6. What's 0 take away 6? Negative 6. I can't stop. I have to keep going. Okay? I know it's not constant so far, but I have to keep going. Then I have to do negative 10 take away 0. So that's negative 10. And then negative 24 take away negative 10. What's negative 24 take away negative 10? Negative 14. So as you can see, the first difference is not constant. So I know it's not linear. Now, if it's linear, it should be constant. In order for me to be able to say that it's quadratic, I have to find the second difference. So now, I take the first difference and I subtract. Same thing. As I was doing with the y's, I'm going to do it with the first difference, okay? So I do negative 6 take away negative 2, okay? So negative 6 take away negative 2. What is that? Negative 4. Negative 10 take away negative 6. Negative 4. Negative 14 take away negative 10. That's negative 4. What do you notice about the second difference? It's constant. And because the second difference is constant, I can say it's quadratic. Okay? First difference constant, it's linear. Second difference constant, quadratic. It's magic. Now, if we're going to look at how the graph is going to look like, it's going to be a little bit tough to see the shape in this one, okay? But we're going to try. So we're going to have to graph the x and the y, okay? So I need the spaces on top of the x and below the x. So let's do this. So on the y-axis, I'm going to go by, let's go by 4. I'm going to go by 4. And then I can go up by 1. So 0, 8 for the first point. My second point is 1, 6. And then 2, 0. And then 3, negative 10. And then 4, negative 24. It's going to be somewhere down here. So you know that this one, you see that this one is going to have a little curve to it. So as I said, this is, you're not going to be able to see the best of this just because we're taking half of the parabola. But technically, the other half is going to continue on the other side. So if I took some negative values, negative x values, I'll be able to see it more clearly. Okay? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this equation and I'm going to graph it for you on what we call, it's an app called Desmos. I'll get back to this page. Just give me a second. I'm just gonna, I don't know, this is taking forever to open. Come on, let's go. Doesn't look like it wants to work. But once it works, I'll show it to you guys. But as you can see, this is not a linear function. Okay, it's not a straight line. It has the curve to it. So we call this a parabola shape. That's an A. Sorry, I'm writing with a mouse. Parabola. Okay, so Parabola. So I'll come back to this page just one second. What I want you guys to do is I want you to work with the person sitting next to you or with a group sitting next to you, whatever. And I want you to try it with pencil just in case, okay? I want you to plug in the x values, fill exactly what we just did, okay, together. I want you to do this question together, okay?